Dayton. Eric Zimmerman, he was out back for a while, caught up in one of those wrecks. He's putting on a show here. I believe he already has a win in the truck series.
Zimmerman zigging, zagging sideways, holding on to it. What a move by Zimmerman, fighting for second to get around Clary. He about dirt tracked it off of turn 4. What a move for the 94 car.
I do not know how that 94 car saved that and did not take out that 91 there. But however he did it, we'll have to get an interview from him after the race.
What a save. Wow, but he's falling back down to 4th or 5th. I wonder if he might have flat spotted those virtual tires. He's at the top of the wall now. Losing pack to everybody. That's the thing about Daytona and Talladega. If you're out of that draft, you're in trouble. You're in the in-house to the outhouse quickly. And that's what's happened to Zimmerman as he'll now fall back in line to 7th position. Working halfway in 10 laps. LaBeouf, Clary, they're 1 and 2 now. Beeman. And remember, Brandon Carroll, Tyler Beeman got caught up in a wreck earlier in this race. He's now rallied back on that master reset and is up to 3rd now. So a good run for him in 91.
And I think that 29 there has also been involved in a wreck earlier.
9 laps to halfway. LaBeouf still leads Clary. In those spots, but there is now a 10-car pack. A matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, the entire pack on the racetrack is right there nestled with one another. This reminds me of the old IROC days. Do you remember IROC, the International Race of Champions, when you had the 12 of the best racing? This reminds me of this virtual right now because there's only like a dozen cars left on the racetrack, and they're all right there nestled with one another as we get ready to come to halfway in 8 laps, Brandon.
The 70 of Michael Clary just got hung out to dry by that 37 of Meza there, as Meza is trying to make a move for the lead for I believe the first time today.
Raul Meza, who brought out the first caution flag. Looking now for the lead here at Daytona. Inside, outside, zigging, zagging, trying to find the run as they go into the corner. Nothing there. It's still LaBeouf. Brady LaBeouf has such a strong car. What a run he has in the number 9. Meza, Clary, 1, 2, and 3.
I believe LaBeouf already has the Cup Series here.
He might have Cup wins and some other things, but not on the JW Racing sanctioning. The JW Racing eSports Truck Series. He's looking for that first win. So far, it's 2 for 2. 2 wins for Nicholas Sacco and 2 wins for Derek Fulton after he won last night at Michigan. Fell back there at the end of things. And again, we had a crazy finish in under the 20 laps remaining. And I saw things take place that I never thought I'd ever see. Broadcasting and virtual iRace broadcast, but I think there might have been a couple of hurt feelings and maybe some, I don't know, controversy, conspiracy theorists, whatever you want to call it. Nonetheless, the win did go to Derek Fulton after he came out of nowhere. After a sequence of yellow flags and wave arounds, maybe too many wave arounds, and gave the lead to Tanner Carter. Then out of the jump with a restart, Fulton got around him and went on to pick up the win. That was last night at Michigan in round 4 of the JW Racing eSports Truck Series on Max Speed TV and on the CRN Sports Network. We'll get ready for Martinsville Speedway next Friday night. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, Max Speed TV and CRN with round number 5 of the JW Racing eSports Truck Series. And this is the Cup Series. This is a runoff of that deal. And it's a growing series. I mean, obviously, we'd have loved to have a 40-car pack.
Oh, caution is out.
Unfortunately, that's just not the case, so we got a caution out. Yellow flag is waving. Michael Clary looks like he got fishtailed bottom of the racetrack, had nowhere to go, and got spun into the wall hard, number 70. He was in 4th when that wreck happened there, Brandon Carroll.
Yes. Wow. What a turn of events. He was hanging out there all day. I believe this is his 2nd wreck he's been in. But...
Let's say it's his 1st, but he did have something to do with starting a wreck that collected a couple of other cars.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was. He looked like... So he got caught up with this 09 car. I bent up just a bit, but other than that, his car looks pretty clean.
And we are coming up on halfway in 4 laps. Brady LaBeouf, Raul Meza, Eric Zimmerman, and the caution out for the 70 car of Michael Clary. Well, anyone coming to pit road, or are they still happy with what they got? It looks like they're coming in for start right now. Below that yellow line, once they get to that commit cone, they have to commit. There they go. LaBeouf, Meza, Zimmerman, Pilate, Beeman, and more, all coming to pit stops, Brandon, on lap 97, working lap 98, 2 to halfway here at Daytona.
As of right now, on iRacing, you can come in, I believe I'm able, the host will be able to set how many tires you get for the session.
And I believe that Week 13 iRacing update's coming up for June next week.
Yes, June 2nd.
It's been a while since I've announced for iRacing. I started back announcing in 2010 to about 2013, and then I left. And because of the pandemic, because of the coronavirus, and the resurgence of the popularity of the eSports brand, I was asked to come back and announce with Lucas Oil Productions and with Speed 51 and Max Speed TV and LSR TV and some other affiliates like yourself with the Racing League TV deal for this race. And one of the things that I have noticed is absolutely the popularity of how big this has become. But all the graphics, the simulations, all of the effects, the things that they have done now since the last time I announced an iRacing broadcast in 2012, 2013, is absolutely phenomenal. This is not a video game. This is not guys holding a steering wheel. This is a simulation. This is a simulator of motorsports, whether dirt, pavement, off-road, IndyCar, NASCAR, Cup Series like this event, whether it's off-road trucks or if it's road course racing, you name it, dirt, pavement, they've done it. And it's not a video game. This is not a video game. This is not PlayStation like when I used to have NASCAR 98 or 99 or 2000 and played the NASCAR games on PlayStation. This is truly the greatest form of simulation, Brandon Carroll, to allow you to experience the real thing without doing the real thing.
Agreed. I actually own a esports race team, and we've really a growing platform, and I think it's really underrated
We're going to talk about rifles. We're going to talk about canines. We're going to do a double commercial break, and when we come back, we're getting ready for halfway here at Daytona. At Daytona with the virtual debut of the Josh White Racing eSports Cup Series on League Racing TV and the CRN Sports Network. Back in a moment.
The Rifle Caddy is a unique product. I mounted it in my truck. We've been through some rough terrain. There's a lot of tough roads that we go through here to get to some of the spots that we want to walk into. I can definitely say that the Rifle Caddy stands up to its name.
One lap to green. Coming up on halfway, also in one lap. Welcome back to Virtual Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing. League Racing TV and the CRN Sports Network coverage of the virtual Daytona 500 for the JW Racing eSports Cup Series. I'm Wesley Outland, Brandon Carroll alongside. He's also on the production side of things for League Racing TV. Couple of glitches, couple of TDs, but other than that, I don't mean touchdowns, I mean technical difficulties. But other than that, we've still been trying to stay on the air and rock and roll with this thing. Trace Knight doing a phenomenal job catching those hiccups, catching those glitches, quickly going to commercials. But I had a power surge and lost all power for about 3 minutes. Quickly got the power back up and going again. As hey, we're right on board with Brady LaBeouf right now, 80 miles an hour, 800 RPMs on that car, as he is ready to bring the field back to the green flag here at Daytona. It is one lap to green. The field will come back for the restart. And we get ready for the second half here at the World Center of Racing virtual style with the JW Racing eSports Truck Series. iRacing eSports from Daytona. The pace car gets ready to drop back onto pit road. We're getting ready to come back to the green flag here. Off of turn number 4, they'll take the green, work lap 100, and here they come. One lap to halfway here at Daytona. The field goes to speed with LaBeouf.
Let me correct you there. You were saying the Truck Series. But
the Cup Series. Yes, the Cup Series.
now the number 91 of Tyler Beeman is now back in second place. He was up there earlier. He's back to the front of this pack here as the 11 of... Who's the 11 here? John Mullins is trying to get to
turn number 4, back across the start-finish line. We are cross flags in the air. Halfway home. 100 down, 100 to go. And a new leader. Look at John Mullins powering to the front. He'll take the lead as they go to turn number 1. He's going to take Nicholas Sacco back with him, getting the black number 3. Back straight away at speed. John Mullins now the new leader. LaBeouf will fall back in line in second as he'll exit off of turn 3. Coming to 4. Nicholas Sacco. Where did he come from? He was back in all the way in the back, and now he's roared back to the top 5. But he just fell out of the draft and lost all that position he had. He was in third just a moment ago. Now he'll score back to 7th as we are back to green, and a new leader, John Mullins, out in front, Brandon, here at Daytona for the second half of the race underway.
Yes, John Mullins has a strong car. He rode in the back for a while, but he is now at the point here looking like Dale Jr.